All right, welcome to the free bonus training I've been talking about. We're talking about leads on autopilot. And let's be honest, when it comes to our business, who doesn't want leads on autopilot? Now you have really two options. You can pay somebody for it, pay for someone to do it for you and then get those leads. Or we're gonna, talk a little bit about you putting yourself back in the driver's seat of your business. But first things first, let me make sure that I introduce myself. My name is Janine Sasso. I am the owner and founder of the Hyperlocal Real Estate Agent. Feel free to join us on our free Facebook group where we have training just like this one happening on the regular, and free to join. I hope to see you there. So that being said, leads on autopilot in our business is something that is really the bread and butter, if you want, right? The more leads we get in, the more people we can convert, the more people we can have in our pipeline and end up doing business with. So having leads is essential, right? And they used to be like those old school things to do, like cold calling. Blah. How about door knocking? No, thank you. And what this one is a way for you to put yourself in a position to figure out how many leads do I want? And best of all, how many leads do I want to come in while you do something else that you probably like doing instead, like playing with your kids and taking yourself shopping. But let's start first with a word that is pretty much, commonly used in our industry, which is the word niche or niche. No matter how you say it, no matter how you pronounce it, one of the things that you will hear the industry gurus talk about is you need to find a niche. You can't be good at everything. Once you have a niche, you will have business coming to you. And I'm telling you right now, stop right there. That's not true. Yes, you should have some sort of niche, or maybe 2 or 3 of them. But just because you pick a niche doesn't mean that business is coming to you. But let's figure out first what's a niche. So I want to give you a couple ones that you can consider that might be of interest to you. So a niche, for example, is military. Military, if you specialize in military families, that's a niche. Now, another one would be our downsizers. Downsizers, that's a niche. You can specialize in people who are looking to downsize. You could specialize in upsizers. Okay, there's another niche that you could focus on. How about condos? Maybe you want to niche down on condos and learn what to do there. You could definitely be a condo expert. Second homes, vacation market, another great niche that people like to specialize in. If you have, and this is really like what's important for people that are in a different marketplace coming into your vacation market. Okay, we got canceled listings. That could be one. And expired. Whoops, getting a little crazy there. Expired listings. Another niche that you could focus on. Okay, having a niche builds your credibility as an expert. And again, find something that you are really, enjoying. This is the biggest advice that you're probably going to get in the first couple minutes of this video is it needs to be something that connects with you, okay? Personally, I am a big fan of geographic farming. Geographic farming is something that we refer to when we're focusing on a geographic area. A geographic area needs to be able to hold, up to your business expectations. So for example, if I have a neighborhood that I live in, however, the neighborhood only sells 2 houses a year. The 2 houses a year will most likely not help me with my income goal. So if you are looking at geographic farming, make sure it is a profitable farm. We do have a geographic farming cheat sheet available that you can download completely free of charge. So if you are looking for that one, we can help you with that inside the Hyperlocal Real Estate Agent. But we want to make sure that our geographic farm is profitable. And knowing as much as possible about a geographic area also sets you up to be the area expert. Another one we could talk about would be for sale by owners. If you want to specialize in for sale by owners, you could build a niche on this one. We could be specializing in first-time buyers. First-time buyers we could specialize in as well. Any questions that first-time buyers have you want to come and answer. How about investors, right? Investors, you could specialize in them. Now, why am I listing out all those different niches? Reason I'm doing it is because a conversation I'm having with an investor is going to be vastly different than a conversation I'm going to have with a first-time home buyer. Somebody that wants to, put down roots in their very first home, is nervous about investing hundreds of thousands of dollars. An investor, they don't care about the emotional value of the property. They just want to see the hard numbers, right? So you see where it is really important to have different conversations with the different people. And this is why we're saying you need to have a niche. Now, this is what most gurus, again, are not telling you. Just because you pick a niche doesn't mean people are flocking to you. It doesn't mean your business is exponentially increasing. Something is missing. And when they tell you, go find a niche and business is coming to follow, they leave out the piece that makes you needing their expertise, their guidance, and makes them pay them to help you with it. So here's what I'm going to tell you right now. This one here is that missing puzzle piece, right? The missing puzzle piece that they're not telling us. Go find a niche, you'll get leads, and then you're going to make a boatload of money. No, not so much. What happens is that the lead here that we're generating needs to become a client. But how do we do that? How do we get them from lead status to client status without consistently calling them, bugging them, texting them, just having them come to us because they want the information we are about to provide them? What is that missing puzzle piece? And this is what I want to show you. I want to show you that missing puzzle piece doesn't have to be complicated. First up, what does it take for that lead to become a client? So let's start here. And you're going to see me draw a lot of those upside down triangles in my trainings. What it takes for that lead to become a client. Now, a lead starts out as a cold lead many, many times. Okay, and hot. There you go. This one is our lead status indicator. Our lead status indicator goes from cold to warm to hot. What does it mean? A cold lead is somebody that just, entered your pipeline. Somebody that is brand new. They don't know you. They know nothing about you. They just saw a video, or they just saw an advertisement, or they just got something in the mail. Whatever it is, how they got introduced to you, they are a cold lead. Okay? The first stage, now they know you. Maybe they don't know much about you, but something got them into your world. They're a lead, now they know you. What we want to do is we want to continue that know factor from our cold lead and bring them into the next stage. We want to warm them up, right? That's our audience that we want to continue to have conversations with. Now, you see how that upside down triangle is getting smaller. It is coming down to a tip, and that is because not everybody that enters your world will be coming down to the next stage. Because the next stage is like. Because after they know us and they want to continue on with the journey, we want them to not only know us, but we also want them to like us, right? Now, when they are a warm lead, the next step that follows is a hot lead. Because once they are a hot lead, they establish something else, which is really, really important. Right here, okay, what they established is trust. Once people trust you, you will have better conversations with them. You will talk with them about their financial aspects. You get to talk to them about what's important to them. And you get access to that conversation with that lead in a much, much deeper way. For example, if I show up and I'll shake your hand and I say, hey, if you want to buy a house, can I see your bank statement? And you're like, whoa, lady, like, I don't know you. Like, no, you don't get to see my bank statements, right? Because you are at that point still a cold lead. I wouldn't show my bank statements, bank accounts to somebody that I don't know. But I will have a more honest conversation with somebody that I like, okay, and be like, yeah, it's been okay, doing all right. And then I will have a much more trusting conversation with somebody that is a hot lead. Yeah, we're really trying to pay off the credit card. We got about $3,000 left on it. And I think once we, get there, our credit is good. We're at an 800 credit score. There's a lot other things that I'm willing to share with you once you are in that status position. So how do you get from here to there? And that's what I want you to be aware of in any sort of training. People don't tell you how to get them there. And I want to change this. Getting leads from clients, from lead to client is a path, okay? And that path is provided by value. Value, value, value. Now, I don't know about you, I'm not a big fan of calling people and say, hey, you're ready to buy a house now? So I want to provide value in a way where they come to me and they want to have that expertise. They want to have the thing I get to offer. So let's talk about one more thing, which is the real estate sales funnel. Have you heard about the real estate sales funnel? Because if not, I want you to pay really, really close attention. The real estate sales funnel, and I told you I would draw a lot of upside down triangles today. The real estate sales funnel starts here, where on the top we have activities, which generate leads, which get us appointments. Oops. All right. Appointments made. Then appointments done, which then leads to clients, which then leads to escrow, which then leads to money. So, real estate sales funnel. There you have it. And this should be the cornerstone of your business. Now here's why. The real estate sales funnel starts out with activities. Activities are the thing that is putting our business in front of people. So, for example, if I get 100 people to see me, see my activity, see the thing that I'm offering them for free, okay? They see me do this, for example, an open house. Got an open house, 100 people, boom. Now, out of that 100 people that I got at the open house to sign in, to register, so I have something to follow up with, well, maybe only 50 of them signed in. Or I only got, 50 email addresses. You see how this is already getting smaller? Already coming down, right? Now, what if out of those 50 leads, I was only to get 25 appointments? Again, fictional numbers, don't take them for ease of use, we're just going to use those. I made 25 appointments. People call me, they're like, oh, you know what, we had to cancel, can't get this done, yada, yada, yada. Out of that one, I am getting, let's say we're gonna get 15 appointments that we've done, okay? So we've done the 15 appointments, we qualified them. Out of those 15, we only end up getting, let's say, 5 clients. Okay, now we have 5 clients. Remember, we started with 100 people that came to the open house. Now we went through the process and we got 5 clients. 5 clients, guys. You see where it's important. We reach people. 5 clients. Now out of those 5 clients, we end up with 2 in escrow because the other 3 decided to buy a car and no longer qualify for a house, even though we should have done our job and educated them. Let's say we're at 2 in escrow, which then leads to our paycheck. So, real estate funnel. This is important to remember, guys. And this is where we need to focus on. We need to focus on those activities. Because what do we have control on? In this funnel, the only item we are in charge of is activities. Everything else, that's not us. Leads, sure, we need to follow up and do something with it. Appointments made, appointments done. Setting the appointment is not, it's not something we can control. This is somebody else's decision. Being there is, it's great, but it's not controllable. Appointments done, that's awesome too. What if we get a phone call? Hey, I had to cancel, hate to do it, but let's reschedule. Appointments done are not in our control. Clients, not in our control. Getting to escrow, them finding a home, not in our control. And sometimes things fall out of escrow too, right? So where do you focus on? What do you do? Activities, guys, activities. That's where it's at. That's where we focus on. Now, again, you have the option to focus your activities and give it to somebody to do it for you, in which case you will always continue to pay money. However, once the money stops, those leads are going to stop. So here's what I want you to consider. I do run a 1 lead to 1+ million challenge. It's a 30-day challenge, and I want you to come and join us in that challenge. The challenge itself, the details, you can find them below. It is a $100 investment. Now you're asking me, why are you charging for it? And if you are giving a lot of the value, why is it only $100? I've had those questions and let me answer them for you. The reason I'm doing it is because one of my missions is to make sure I can see real estate agents succeed. I was in a position where I was, needing to evaluate my life choices, and I wanted to make sure that I did make the right one. And my life choices were about spending time with my family, seeing my boys grow up, being the main caretaker of my boys to make sure that I can take full responsibility, spending the time with them, going to the zoo, having fun, and seeing them grow up. That was why I decided that I want to start all of this. This is why I wanted to be in real estate. And when I started, I said, I want other people to experience the joy this has brought me. I want other people to start seeing why this financial freedom leads on autopilot is really making a difference in not only my life, but every other person that has applied the principles. So activities is where it's at. And the 1 lead to 1+ million challenge is teaching you that. It is showing you how to put an activity in place that will generate those leads on autopilot. This is why I had nerve wars with my kids. This is why I take my puppy for a walk. This is why I run my 6-figure real estate business. This is what I do when I do training videos for you guys. This is where it all comes down to, is activities. And having those activities online in place is something that is really, really important. So that all being said, all the info is below. I hope you did enjoy the free training video. Make sure you join the Hyperlocal Real Estate Agent Facebook group. It is a fun bunch in there, and I hope I'll see you later.